Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today at the Australia, New Zealand, and Solomon Islands info session. My name is Alice Kojima and I'm the Regional Advisor for these programs. Before we get started, I want to take a moment to address the current situation surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic and its impact on study abroad. All 2020-2021 summer, fall, winter, and year UCEAP programs have been canceled. Only a select number of spring 2021 programs are currently scheduled to run. UCEAP continues to monitor the situation worldwide. Our UCSB EAP office and staff are focused on the future and currently recruiting for the 2021-2022 programs. We certainly hope that these programs will proceed normally, but we obviously cannot guarantee anything. However, applying is free, there is no cost to you, so we highly suggest that you give it a shot. With so many programs in Oceania, it can be difficult to narrow down your choices. Here are some guidelines on choosing a program. Think about these as I go through each of our programs. So the first one is GPA. All of our programs will have a GPA requirement, an eligibility requirement. So do you meet the GPA requirement? Same with class standing. Do you meet the class standing requirement? What classes do you need? What universities offer those classes? So if you want to take major courses abroad, does the program that you're looking at, do they offer those types of courses? What is the term and the length that you want to go abroad? Obviously, we always encourage you to go for longer, but for some majors, it can be difficult to do that. So think about that. And also with the Oceania programs, fall programs tend to start early. So sometime in maybe early July or August. So plan for that. What can you afford? And then also think about the location. So maybe you've narrowed it down to New Zealand. Do you want to be on the North Island? Do you want to be on the South Island? And then also think about your goals. Do you have personal, academic, or career goals that you'd like to try out? Or maybe there is something that you're interested in that you possibly want to do for your future career that's offered in one of our programs. You can use that to help you pick a program as well. To find the academic information I am mentioning today, including the course load and types of courses you will be taking, please visit the Academics tab on the program page. If it is a host university program such as this one for Lund University in Sweden, there will be links to the host university course catalog where you can search for current courses. Check out our program comparison sheets for a side-by-side comparison of our programs available in each country. These are available on our website under Program Info. Australia and New Zealand have their own program sheets, and the Solomon Islands is featured on the multi-site program sheet. So now we'll move on to talking about the programs in Australia. So the first type of program that we'll be featuring in Australia are the special focus programs. So this is the first one. This is the Marine Bio and Terrestrial Ecology program. To apply for this program, you need a 2.85 GPA at the time of application. You need to be a junior or senior standing at the time of departure. This program is only offered in the fall term. You might have seen on the UCEAP website that there is a spring option that's available, and this one is actually only offered in spring 2021 due to COVID. So they kind of pushed back the fall program, the fall 20 program to spring 2021. So that's actually only offered for spring 2021. For this program, you'll be taking 2 set courses. So the first one is the Marine Bio course, and then the second one is the Terrestrial Ecology course. And you'll be taking classes with just UC students. And then for housing, it's assigned homestay, and during field work trips, you will live at the field stations. So with this program, you'll gain field work and research experience working with unique species. You'll have a chance to do field studies at the Heron Island, Great Barrier Reef, Moreton Bay, and other locations in coastal Queensland. Conduct your own research and project and learn how to write results in an academic paper. So you can scan the QR code. Let me move my mouse. You can scan the QR code to see a blog post from one of our returnees' time on this program. And she answers a series of questions about her time, including how the classes were, how was her housing like, how was the food like, and all of that. Okay, so the next program I'm going to feature is the International Security Program. With this program, you need a 2.85 GPA, and you need to be a junior, senior, or grad standing at the time of departure. In terms of terms and duration, there's a fall program and a spring program. So you can see how this program for fall, it starts pretty early in early July. Housing, you'll find your own accommodations in Canberra. ANU, which is the Australian National University, they offer an on-campus accommodation that can be applied through the university. So ANU is Australia's top-ranked university located in Canberra, the capital of Australia. They have close ties to Australian federal government agencies. Great program if you're interested in government, politics, diplomacy. There will be 4 courses that you'll be taking on this program, so you could see that information there. And then that picture is actually of one of our returnees, Guillermo. He participated in the International Security Program, and he worked with the Embassy of Panama that was in Canberra. He said that about his experience, he said, "I learned strategies on how to network in a professional environment to make critical connections. These skills will aid me in an educational and career goals to continue improving my consummate professional work ethic." In terms of internships that you might be pursuing on this program, it could be like major national institutions, government departments, research centers, think tanks, and like Guillermo, you could be working at an international embassy, and students will receive, you will receive academic credit for your internship. The next program is the Sustainability Studies program. So you need a 2.85 GPA to apply for the program. You need to be junior, senior, or grad standing at the time of departure. In terms of the terms and duration, there's a fall and spring program. And then for housing, you'll find your own accommodations in Hobart. UTAS offers accommodations that can be applied for through the university. So sustainability studies in this program in this University of Tasmania, is home of the Australian environmental movement and the world's first Green Party. You'll attend classes with international host country students. So the courses that you'll be taking are listed here. You'll be taking 4 courses. And if you'd like to see one of our returnees, I actually made a video with him and his time during, he talked about his time during this program. So I highly suggest you take a look at it. You can scan the QR code, or you can search our EAP YouTube channel. That's our UCSB EAP YouTube channel, and you can search for Sustainability Studies University of Tasmania on our YouTube channel. The next program is the Pacific Island Environmental and Community Health Program. For this program, you need a 2.85 GPA. You need to be junior or senior standing at the time of departure. It's only a spring term, so that'll be late March to early June. You'll have classroom, laboratory, and field training experiences. In terms of housing, students are assigned to a homestay at both locations. You're only in classes with other UC and SINU students, which is in the Solomon Islands. With this program, you'll need to consider that it's a physically demanding field. Activities are a major component of this program. You must be physically fit, able to swim, and free of serious medical conditions. You'll be working in very remote regions of the Solomon Islands, so health and safety is key. This program is well suited for students with a focus on service with a nonprofit, environmental science majors or pre-med students with emphasis on rural health, or marine biology students with interest in teaching sustainability. So you'll be taking 4 upper division courses on this program. The first 6 weeks is kind of classroom, lab, and field learning taught at the University of Queensland. And then you'll also take an intensive language training in Pidgin English. And then the next 5 weeks, you'll be doing field excursions at the Solomon Islands National University, working with remote communities on environmental and cultural issues surrounding community health and sustainability. Next, we'll be talking about our immersion programs in Australia. So the first one is the University of Melbourne. You need a 3.0 GPA to apply for the program. Junior, seniors, and graduate level students are able to apply. That's at the time of departure. And there's a fall program and a spring program. And students need to find their own housing accommodations. Options include on-campus, university affiliate accommodations, or off-campus departments. University of Melbourne is Australia's second oldest university. It's a top-ranked institution with strong undergraduate education disciplines. The Media and Communication program is considered to be the best in Australia and has the largest science department offered in Australia. The city of Melbourne is ranked as one of the most livable cities in the world and is culturally diverse, and it's about a mile north of the central business district. The Yarra River borders the city. The next program is the University of Queensland. So for this program, you'll also need a 3.0 GPA to apply. You need to be junior, senior, or graduate standing at the time of departure. There are also 2 term options, so that's fall and spring. And students, again, will find their own housing for this program. University of Queensland is one of Australia's premier research institutions with facilities at the Great Barrier Reef, Heron Island, and Moreton Bay, and many other locations. This is a great location for STEM students. It's the 5th oldest university in Australia. It's home to the largest collection of Australian art. The city of Brisbane, where the University of Queensland is located, is home to hundreds of nationalities. It's one of the most multicultural cities in Australia and is the greenest city on the country. The next one is a UNSW, University of New South Wales. So you need a 3.0 GPA to apply for the program. You need to be junior, senior, or graduate standing at the time of departure. So this program is a little bit different than the other immersion programs in terms of the term and the length of those terms. So this program offers a fall quarter option that'll be mid-September to mid-December. And then there's also the spring semester option as well. So this would be early January to mid-May. In this program, you will also find your own housing. UNSW is the #1 institution attended by Australian startup founders and is a great university to attend to help you study business. It offers unique focus in scientific, technological, and professional disciplines with tradition of innovation and research. The city of Sydney is Australia's largest city and is reminiscent of San Francisco. UNSW is closer to the beach than the University of Sydney campus. Okay, now we'll talk about the University of Sydney. This program, you'll need a 3.0 GPA to apply. You need to have junior, senior, or graduate standing at the time of departure. There's a fall program and then a spring program. And then again, students, you'll find your own housing. Okay, so for this program, the University of Sydney is the first university in Australia and is highly regarded around the world. They offer cultural and scientific museums and has hundreds of student clubs and societies and is a very popular selection among our UCSB students. The city of Sydney is close to some of the finest surf spots in the world, as well as the famed Sydney Opera House and Harbour Bridge that you can book an excursion to climb to the top and take in the view. So where are these universities? They're all along the coast. for the most part. And then we have the University of Tasmania right here. In terms of Australian academics, Australia doesn't have GEs and they operate on a third-year academic plan. So in terms of lower division and upper division courses, typically first-year topics are lower division, and then second-year topics could be, upper division, and then third-year topics are usually upper division or honors. And then topics, it means courses. So you could see on the chart on the right-hand side, there are kind of different ways to say different things. So in Australia, if someone says a course, that means it's their major. So you kind of want to study this, especially if you're looking at the course catalog of these universities. It would be helpful to have this up so that you know what they are referring to. Proceed with caution with courses in the 3,000s and up. Only enroll in courses at this level if you have prior knowledge of the topic. Now we'll go over the programs in New Zealand. New Zealand only offers immersion style programs. So University of Auckland is our first one. You need a 3.0 GPA. Junior, senior, graduate standing is required by the time of departure. There's a fall program and then a spring program. And then students, you'll find your own housing accommodations. So Auckland is located on the North Island of New Zealand. It's the nation's biggest city. The U of A campus extends over 8 city blocks, is home to over 50 research centers. Auckland is home to the largest Polynesian population in the world. They have strong offerings in Pacific studies, chemistry, history, Maori studies, math, and statistics. It's great for business and economics, education, engineering, law, medical, and health sciences and arts. The next one is the University of Otago. You need a 2.85 cumulative GPA, and then you also need to be a junior, senior, or graduate standing by the time of departure. This one only has the fall option, so that's mid-June to mid-November, and then students, you'll find your own housing accommodations. University of Otago is located on the South Island. It's a unique coastal college city, sort of like Santa Barbara, with a slight Scottish twist due to its settlement history. It's got ocean harbor on one side and then mountains on the other, kind of like UCSB. It's New Zealand's first university. It's great for business, science, earth sciences, health sciences, cybersecurity, psychology, chemistry, liberal arts, and biological science students. Okay, the next one is the University of Waikato. This one, you need a 2.85 GPA, and you need to be junior, senior, or graduate standing by the time of departure. This one only has the spring option, so that's February to early July, and students, you'll find your own housing accommodations. This one is located on the North Island in the city of Hamilton, and you'll be able to take in the full beauty of New Zealand away from the hustle and bustle of the city life. So the Maori are fully integrated at Waikato with a complete calendar of cultural events and the Faculty of Maori and Indigenous Studies. Of particular note are environmental and ecological sciences, Pacific, Maori, and Indigenous Studies, communication, electronic commerce, women's, and gender studies. The next one is Massey University. You need a 2.85 GPA, and then you need to be junior, senior, or graduate standing by the time of departure. And there's a fall option and a spring option that's available. And students, again, you'll find your own housing. So Massey University, Wellington is nicknamed the Windy Welly and is another location reminiscent of San Francisco, complete with cable cars and lots of hills. It's an energetic city full of cafes, museums, and galleries to fuel your creativity and experience surfing and hiking in the New Zealand style. It's located in the cultural district of Wellington on the North Island, and you can spend time at the College of Creative Arts, the internationally recognized School of Design, School of Music, and Creative Media Production. So this program is really popular for our arts students. Okay, the next one is the Victoria University of Wellington. You need a 2.85 GPA, junior, senior, graduate standing by the time of departure. There's a fall option and a spring option as well. Students, you'll find your own housing for this program. So with this program, the School of Psychology offers forensic and cross-cultural psychology and cognitive and behavioral neuroscience with research opportunities. There's strong coursework in English and New Zealand literature, Indigenous studies, linguistics, environmental and ecological sciences, geography, political science, and theater and film. This is located in the residential area of Kelburn, about a mile from the city center. Wellington, the capital of New Zealand, is home to the Beehive, New Zealand's parliament, along beautiful botanical gardens. So the next program is our last program. This is the University of Canterbury. This is sort of a new program. It was offered a few years back, and then now it's been offered again. So you need a 2.85 GPA to apply, a junior, senior, or graduate standing required by the time of departure. There is a fall option and a spring option, and it's students, you will find your own housing accommodations. This is the second program on the South Island. It's located on the east coast of the South Island. In terms of strengths at the university, they have a good STEM program, especially computer science and civil engineering, and business. So this is in the vibrant city of Christchurch. Christchurch, Avon River meanders through the campus near playing fields, woodlands, and the Ilham Gardens. So where are these universities? You can see are 3 universities on the North Island, and these are 2 universities on the South Island. Okay, again, you can scan the QR code if you'd like to see blog posts from students who have participated in our New Zealand programs. You can scan the QR code or Google UCSB EAP blog. And this is it can be applied for all of our programs. So once you search UCSB EAP blog, you can search in our blog itself for like Australia, or maybe you're really interested in the University of Sydney program or one of the universities mentioned for New Zealand, and you want to see if there are any blog posts of students who have gone in the past, then I highly suggest that you do that. In terms of New Zealand academics, you're required to take between 21 and 24 UC quarter units. New Zealand's undergraduate degree program is 3 years. Third-year courses in New Zealand correspond to UC fourth-year advanced courses and require previous topic knowledge. You're expected to have strong writing skills and be academically independent, and your final or paper may be the only component of your grade. So now let's talk about health, safety, and academic support abroad. There's a UC Study Center or faculty or liaison that's based in Melbourne, Australia, for both the UC EAP programs in Australia and New Zealand. UC EAP monitors health and safety concerns at all sites across the world, and there are protocols in place at our program locations should anything happen. UC EAP provides an on-site orientation once you arrive in your host country, and you will be able to meet your support staff then. So let's talk a little bit about weather in New Zealand and Australia. So Australia, it has less rain than New Zealand, depending on the location. Weather tends to be in the 50s to 60s in winter and 80 plus in the summer. Tasmania and Melbourne do get cold. And then for New Zealand weather, North Island is a bit warmer than the South Island. Lots of rain, and you'll be experiencing mid-70s in the summer on the North Island, and then Otago and South Island is cold in the winter. And then with seasons, the Southern Hemisphere summer is our winter. So spring is from September 1st to November 30th. Summer is from December 1st to February 28th. Fall is from March 1st to May 31st. And then winter is from June 1st to August 31st. So here are the due dates for our programs in Australia and New Zealand for the summer and fall 2021 programs. So you can see here for the specific due date for each of them. All of our spring 2022 programs are due May 4th, 2021. All right, so here are some tools to help you learn more about the program. So the first one is the UCEAP website. You can search for programs here and it'll have the program info, the classes, the costs, the housing. And then the next website is the EAP UCSB website. So this is our website. It has campus-specific information, including events, regional advisors and our drop-in hours, application deadlines. And then we have upcoming info meetings that you can attend, and those are all available on our calendar under news and events. So if you have questions about any of these programs, you can email me, my email is right there, or you can make an appointment with me via Shoreline. All of this information is also available on the Contact Us page of our website. In addition, you can talk to our peer advisors who have all studied abroad and are available to answer any questions or just to chat. So you don't need an appointment, you can just drop by anytime. We don't have currently for the 2020 and 2021, we don't have any peer advisors who studied abroad in Australia and New Zealand, but if you're just curious about how they narrowed down their programs or how was the application process like and anything like that, they can answer those types of questions. So that's it for the presentation. Thank you so much for joining me.